Hey y'all, it's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. What's everybody doing? Hello, hello. Get y'all pulled up here. Say hey when you come in. Let me know where you're from. So we're gonna make a red, white, and blue sunflower. Some people had mentioned they wanted me to do it live, and I really hadn't planned on doing it live. But then the one I made yesterday sold yesterday, and I got another order for one, so I figured I'd do it live. Why not? Hello, hello, y'all. And I'm trying to get in between the storms here. Hey, Nancy, how are you? We got some storms are coming, so hopefully I can miss them. Hello, hello. Hey, y'all. What's up? All right, I gotcha. That hour, I posted that, I posted that at 10. I was like, oh, an hour's plenty of time. And then I was like, oh, caca, I got 5 minutes. So I was like, okay, let me hurry. All right, I got y'all pulled up and we can get started. You got your Sarah kit today? Awesome. I did get some, not the same color purple, but I did get some lavender in. So if any of y'all want the lavender Sarah flower with the white check, then message me. Otherwise, I'll post them later. Hello, hello. So this is what we're making. This is the one I did yesterday. And it sold yesterday. So I've got an order for another one. So I use, I don't know what size this is. For this one, I liked my centers big. So it's not, normally I use a 4.7 inch, but for this one, I used a 5.7. Cut it in half with a styrofoam cutter. You know, it goes through like butter. Hello, hello. So I've already done most of the center. So this is what we're gonna use. And then of course we have the red, white, and blue poly burlap. These are all cut at 10 inches. So if you're gonna do this one, you need 12 red, 13 white, and you need 11 blue. If you're gonna do the same pattern I'm doing, okay? Hello, hello, y'all. And this is just the regular Dean Michael fold. I love that fold. So let me get, for the center, I just use twine, just regular old jute twine that you can get at Hobby Lobby. So that's what the center is covered in. And we can get going. Hello from Alberta. All right. So I will bring y'all down. Scoot y'all back. Try to get you centered here. All right. So large flower board, unique in the creek. I have already marked where I'm doing the blue. So this is the center. This is where you're gonna put your hanging hole. You're here for the party, it's about time. .7" half ball. Hello, hello. 5.7. All right, so this is your hanging hole. This is the Unique in the Creek flower board. If you go one over from the center, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue. Okay. If you go to row 3, I did 1, 2 blue. Row 4, I did 1, 2, 3 blue. And then on row 5, I did 1 blue. Okay, so your blue is all right here. Okay. Hello, hello. You're welcome. All right, so I had tried to get this going really quick and I didn't manage to get it done. So y'all know you go in through the top, down through the bottom. You can, for this fold, you can go ahead and zip them or you can leave them out, whichever you want. Just get them in there. And I'm gonna try to hurry to get through this part since I didn't get this part done. Definitely making one soon. Awesome. Y'all, I love anything red, white, and blue. I was already been to Hobby Lobby this morning and checked out the 4th of July section. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I love red, white, and blue. I could make red, white, and blue all year long. So what's everybody else working on today? This poly burlap came from Craft Outlet. I had somebody, you know, was interested in kits for this one. And if I can find enough supplies, I mean, I'll do it. But it just depends on the supplies and if I can find them. And you can cover your senna any way you want. I like the more natural, especially when your main colors are the red, white, and blue. It's hard to find a senna that you want. So going natural is just the way to go for me. Are they out of it? Yeah, I ordered this. I think I ordered it last week. You made the red, white, and blue rose yesterday. Guys, I want to do that dang on flamingo and the flamingo and the peacock, and they're right there staring at me every day. But I just haven't had a chance. Yes, this is poly burlap. I love I mean, I hate poly burlap, but I love it on my sunflowers. So it's kind of like a love-hate relationship. We all have those, huh? Yeah, well, they had this last week at Craft Outlet. It is popular. And with the 4th of July right around the corner, y'all, people are gonna start buying them. So get them out and get them ready. I got a message today from Tina from Out in the Country Blanks and More. Guess what's coming, y'all? The red, white, and blue truck. That's what everybody decided on. I went purely by votes. And y'all picked the sign for the next kit. So that is on its way. Oh yeah, Memorial Day. Hey. Oh, are they out now? Yeah. Hello, hello. All right, one more, we can get started. I apologize. Normally I have this part done, but I didn't. So it is what it is. So you gotta run and chop off a wreath. Oh my goodness. No, don't you think right now. You better wait. Okay, so here's our top. So I'm gonna start with, get these out of the way. If y'all can see, I hope you can see okay. So pretty much all know the Dean Michael fold. If you don't, it's really easy. Let me just trim this off. I need to change the, I think I need to change the Teflon covering on my sealer. So we'll just trim that off. Hello, hello. Plan ahead, that's right. I've already got fall and Christmas coming in, y'all. Oh no, I don't think so, Bolly Wally. You know, she usually comes out at 11 or at 2 every time I do live. Now she thinks she's coming out now. Nope, say hi, say bye, go on. Well, thank you so much. Can you please repeat, oh, how many of each color? There is 12 red, 13 white, and 11 blue. Okay, so they're cut. These are 10 by 10. Bring it up like you're starting the rose. Fold it in half. Lay it out. Try to even it up as much as you can. Doesn't need to be perfect. And I hold this end. That way these don't gape apart. And then I just scrunch from one side to the other. Just like that. Fold the flaps back. And there's your fold. Okay? Easy peasy. So where's our blue? So we're gonna start here. And I'm just gonna put it right down on top. Usually a finger width apart, or is how much I keep on the inside. So right here, I usually judge it by finger. And just clip it off. And then just straighten them out. So there's our first one. And we're gonna keep going. Hello, hello. Those scissors. No, I can't. So who's excited to see the peony tonight? Is that how you say it, peony? Peony? How do you say it? Peony. All right. Corner to corner. Scrunch it all the way across. You. Peony. Peony. That's how you say it? Peony, peony. That's why y'all watch me, so you can laugh. In Tennessee, they call it a peony. Oh Lord, I'm just gonna watch, y'all. I'm just gonna watch. Yeah, I don't even know if I wanna even think about doing that one. But y'all should see some of the flowers y'all are sending me to try to make. It's insane. Somebody asked me yesterday about the ladybug. If y'all want, I can bring the ladybug back out. All right, we got 2 more blues. You know, after you make so many, you kind of get tired of seeing them. Just like that daggone butterfly. But now I want to, well, of course, y'all know I've got to do a patriotic butterfly. And of course, Margaret is working on a patriotic body. I believe, I haven't checked with her lately, but that's what we talked about last. So something like that is in the works. You can do it. Oh no, who's all mad and crying already? Lord have mercy. Y'all go float my boat. Y'all make sure to float my boat. You had to take your daughter to work? Hello, hello. And it's okay, I'm not gonna get too concerned about fixing these right now because I can fix them all at the end. So we've got 1 more blue. So remember, this is our senna. I went 1 over and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. Wedding day blues. Oh, is it coming? I use the Impulse Sealer. All right, so that's the last of the blue. And then we're just gonna alternate red, white, all the way around, okay? I'm gonna start with white. Hello, hello. You can always see the bottom layer poking out. It depends. If you're using poly burlap, you should not have to worry about coverage. You should be fine. If you're using regular decomesh, you may have to double your petal in order not to see it, especially with your white, your yellows, all those light colors. But the poly burlap, you're not gonna have to worry about it. Oh, thank you. All right, starting with white. So this one can be made pretty quickly. You use poly burlap? Well, I don't know what you're doing then. Send me a pic. I can see if I can help you that way. So we're just alternating. Red goes next to the blue. Well, that's an easy fix, but that means I'm not gonna have enough colors. That's all right, red will be next to blue here. I'm just gonna keep going. Yeah, it'll be next to it here. I'll have to go cut more if I change it now. This is regular, this is poly burlap. Poly burlap. You're making the poppy using 21-inch fabric mesh, and I cut it at 20 inches, but yours looks a lot wider than mine. Shouldn't be, I cut mine at 20 inches as well. Once you get them all on there, then take a look at it. Hello from Ohio. welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome. Some of the poppy kits have already gone out. I'm waiting on the boards to ship out the rest. But I've got all the material here except the boards. So as soon as they get here, the remainder will be sent out. I use an impulse sealer. Hello from Cincinnati. Does everybody know this fold? Do I need to slow down and make another one for you? Hello, Barbara. Awesome, Janine. You back home and crafting now? Can you buy a kit without the board? What kit? The only kit I know I have available right now is the Sarah Flower in Lavender. And I only know I have it right now because I haven't listed it. An impulse sealer just kind of seals your mesh so it doesn't fray. Wally, Wally. Yeah, I mean, it can fray bad. I mean, I've made sunflowers for a while and I never used an impulse sealer. And if you're careful with it, yeah, it's gonna fray. But what I do when I did not seal mine was, I would, after it was done, I didn't even touch it. I would take it outside, seal it, cut off the frays, seal it again, and then I'm usually good to go. You got your impulse sealer. Woohoo! Oh, I think I missed. So I'll slow down on the next fold. I remember that now. Is that rolled burlap, and what size is it? This is poly burlap, but I'm hearing now you cannot find it anywhere. Just cut off this piece right here. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I use the spray. And I usually keep one in here, but I think I ran out and had to take it outside. It's just the Rust-Oleum non-yellowing UV resistant spray. Hello. Thank you so much. No one has poly burlap. Yeah, I bought this last week. And didn't have any problems. But I was afraid of that when people started asking me for kits for this one. I was like, I don't know. Drink. I will. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to plug in, y'all. got a roll of poly burlap? I've got some. I mean, I bought 3 or 4 last week. Just message me what you need. Barbara, if it's the red fabric mesh, I believe all those kits are spoken for. I think there were 1 or 2. I was still waiting on payment. Sorry, I need to grab my charger, y'all, for the laptop. We'll get y'all plugged in. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. That was good. I only had 8% left. You were tending to your chickens. All right, so we're gonna keep going. I am gonna slow down on this fold. So 10 by 10, curved side up. Just cut this off. You're gonna take corner to corner, just like that. Okay. You're gonna try to get it as even as possible. Just kind of lay it flat. Now I make sure I hold this end, and then I just scrunch 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks something like that. And then just tuck your ends under and back. And there's your fold. And see, even when you seal it, it can still kind of fray a little bit, but you shouldn't get many. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this one in a kit because I don't believe there's enough supplies out there for me to get for a kit. But I'll definitely look, and if I can, I will. I do have a video of me using the impulse sealer. It should be posted under my videos. And I use different kinds of mesh so you could see which, what each one looked like when you're doing it. But you kind of have to fast forward through like the first 5 minutes because my plug wasn't working. And it took me forever to figure that out. Where have you been, Linda? I've been missing you. The storms are coming. That's why I'm trying to schedule this in between the storms. So we had a little round earlier. But y'all, this area floods so bad. Dallas has got some really bad flooding, and we flood. I mean, we can just get a regular storm here and this area floods. But we deal with that every year. It's nothing unusual for us. You sprayed, oh, I think I kind of missed that. Oh, were you talking about the centers, Jan? I saw where you had mentioned that to somebody. I had even, and I know I saw this somewhere, and I don't know who posted it, but you know that, and I don't even know what it's called, but that brown stuff that you put in hanging baskets, maybe cutting that, in a circle to cover your balls. Maybe just hot gluing it, and then you could spray those with any color. But what is that called? Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's the liner that goes in a hanging basket. I'll have to find it. It's not coconut mat. It's something like that. But I thought that could be used, you know, just cut it out and cover your center, whatever center you're going to use, whether it's a flat styrofoam or the round half balls, and you could paint those any color. People look at you when you don't panic over storms. Yeah. Cocoa liner. Yeah. Where do you get the form and how expensive? What form are you talking about? But I mean, those liners, I think they even have them at Dollar Tree. Oh, thank you so much. You need to start commenting, Alicia. We like to have fun, but I like to, you know, I like to make sure that y'all know what I'm doing as well. Hello, hello. All right, so we've got a red. You're watching at lunch. Awesome. You just got here. You're missing the party. So if anybody needs me to slow down on that fold again, let me know. This is poly burlap. This is poly burlap. And you can get 2 of these out of a roll of each color. So if you can find 1 red, white, and blue, then you'll have enough to make 2 of these. Or you can do the window pane, the white window pane. Do I have some right here? Yeah, I've got these for the Sarah Flower kits. But even this would work, you know, in some places. So this, if you can find this, it can be incorporated as well. Hello, hello. Oh, you can get the board. Oh, the boards. Those are from Unique in the Creek. They are Unique in the Creek flower boards, made 100% recycled plastic. You can get those from Unique in the Creek. If you just are on Facebook, pull up Unique in the Creek, hit the Shop Now button. It'll take you directly to their site. Or you can get them on Amazon, Craft Outlet, and Trendy Tree. I know, you haven't done a live in forever. You've been wanting to try this? Yeah. Y'all love anything red, white, and blue. Okay, so we're gonna start back over here with the blue. When you use a sign and a wreath, how do you decide which fold to use with your mesh? Are you talking if I'm doing it on a Unique in the Creek board, or if I'm doing it on a regular work form? Oh, Dave. This is poly burlap. You've never used, have you ever used poly burlap by the yard? I have not. Well, I kind of did actually, because I got the green 21-inch poly burlap by accident. So in order to use it for my leaves, I did you know, heat seal it in different places so that it could be used and sealed. But that, I've never used 21-inch poly burlap, no. I've used, I mean, the fabric mesh, but not the poly burlap. Hello from Buffalo. All right, so I've got one more blue here. Oh, thank you so much. Canada. Either board, really for my work forms, because people buy my regular wreaths, you know, because they like the size of it. So generally, I mean, it's always going to get a poof. They always get 3 rows of 10-inch poofs. That's a given. And then it really, you know, if I'm going girly, dainty, then it's going to be ruffles. I don't know, and usually I don't know until I put it right in front of me. If you're doing it on this board, it's usually to get the fullness, you're gonna do the ruffle or the cruffle to get the depth. All right, so we're gonna go red here. This is 10-inch mesh. First time watching, awesome. Well, I am Michelle from Monkey's Creations, Mrs. Monkey. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask. I usually try to answer most questions if I can see them. If not, and I miss it, ask it again or message me. Absolutely. You may have to double the yellow. But it can most definitely be done. Most definitely. Good morning, good morning. Alert, alert, alert. If you want alerts when I go live, type alert right now. Do it. Go float my boat. That is my phrase for go like and share my page. Go float my boat, okay? In case y'all were wondering earlier what that meant. I don't think this is gonna be sold as a kit because supplies are so hard to find for the poly burlap. But if I can find it, I will most definitely offer it as a kit. I got the same one Lori did, Jan. The 16-inch impulse zero off of Amazon. I can post a picture of it later. But you really, honestly, save a few dollars and get the 12-inch because I can't cut 21-inch with it, so I kind of just wasted money getting the 16-inch because you don't need one that big. Go float my boat. We were talking about that the other night, so that's going to be my phrase to go like and share my page is go float my boat. You floated my boat, awesome. Oh, we gotta have fun, y'all. We gotta, life's too short. You got the 12-inch, yeah. It is Unique in the Creek. It's a Unique in the Creek frame. I think if you're trying to find it under Amazon or Craft Outlet, you can find it under UITC. They just abbreviated it. sealer only for poly? No, you can use this sealer on regular decomesh. The only thing, I mean, for fabric mesh or jute, it will cut the plastic part, but it's not gonna seal the jute or the fabric. So really, I only use it for deco and poly. You float in my boat, awesome. Me too. I'm gonna do a hashtag, go float my boat. Hello from Indiana. Get a red. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm loca. That's all right. That boat took off 20 minutes ago. Yeah, it may be rocking here in a little bit. If these storms come through like they say. Can the sign you use depend on your fold? Honestly, you can use any sign with any fold. Yeah, I mean, you may have to make it the cut smaller, or you may have to change it that way, but you can do any fold with any sign. I mean, you got most of your, or a lot of, depending on how much ribbon you use, most of it's going to be covered anyway. Yeah, we got to have fun. You're going to get some fried chicken? I want some fried chicken. Y'all make me hungry. What storms? I don't know. Whatever storm it looks like. It's coming from the east over. I know Dallas has gotten hit real bad. They're flooding. So who knows? Thank you so much. Bye, Evelyn. Now I'm gonna have to go get me some chicken. Bit about boats, but do you want us to float it? Float it every time you watch me. Oh, did you make that chicken recipe? I'm sure it was good. Okay, so we're coming back down here to the blue. So right from the white, I'm gonna do another blue. Winter's back, uh-oh. Not here, we're full on summer already. Bring you some too. We all want some chicken. Kind of getting out of the picture there, aren't I? Sorry about that. All right, so we're going to do one more blue. And then we're going to go back and forth between the red and the white again. Let me just trim that up. You're getting storms too? Yeah. we watch the pool. That's the only thing we get worried about is that pool. Oh yeah, we're in AC mode too. Have been for a few weeks now. Have been for a few weeks. It's spring. Do I load both sides of it? No, I am not. Oh, I pretty much do live in that pool during the summer. I'm not doing both sides for this wreath only because this is poly burlap and I don't want to run out because it's so hard to find right now. So no, I won't be doing both sides of this wreath. Hey y'all, you made a referral to you in Texas. I don't ship your wreaths. Awesome. This base is from Unique in the Creek. So it is 100% recycled plastic. And I mean, you can make sunflowers with these. You can make roses. You can make full-on wreaths. I've used the whole thing as a base and made a regular wreath like I used on a work form. So they're not just for flowers, y'all. This is 10-inch mesh, cut at 10 inches, or sealed. I use the impulse sealer to help prevent the fraying. Hey, you scared me out of my pool with your snakes. Pretty soon snake season will be over, and then we'll get the frogs. And then after the frogs, we're usually good to go. We'll still get the occasional snake, but not like we do right now. Yeah, you can definitely use regular mesh for this. You just may have to double up on the white. If it's really thin, you may have to double up your petals. That's the only difference. Where do we get the sealer from? I got my sealer from Amazon. I'll bring the box out. I saved the box just for y'all, but I got it from Amazon. Remind me when I'm done. Thank you so much. Remind me when I'm done, and I'll go get the box and show y'all the impulse sealer. I am in Texas. I'm about 30 minutes south of Houston. Inch white is hard to find too, is it? Yeah, I don't use too much white. Well, I am right now, but as a general rule, I don't use too much. Usually all those main colors, when I buy it, I mean, I buy like 10 at a time. That way you don't worry about running out of it too often. Then frogs are waiting on the snakes they're leaving. Absolutely, Gary. Yeah, this is just poly burlap. Or do you mean the sealer? You were just in Fort Worth and Dallas 2 days ago? Yeah. Like Dallas is flooding. Certain areas are flooding right now. So we're going to do white. But, you know, that's what we deal with here in Texas, so we're all kind of used to it. Oh, you're in San Marcos. Awesome. These are 10 by 10. Most of my cuts for this kind of stuff is always 10 by 10. You're by those big outlets down there, huh? welcome. Almost done, y'all. Almost done. I'm gonna go red. Have you tried this design where you don't alternate the red and white this way to each row? No, I haven't. I haven't. I have not. You're welcome. But yeah, that would be awesome too. And then, I mean, you could always get some stars and put on the blue. I have some. But y'all play. You can do whatever y'all want. You really don't need the 16-inch. I have the 16-inch impulse sealer, but I mean, you can't seal 21-inch mesh, so save a few dollars. And if it comes in 8, honestly, I would get just the 8-inch, because why do you need 12-inch when your mesh is 10-inch, right? So if it comes in 8, get the 8. This is poly burlap, and I cut it using the impulse sealer, and I will show you after I am done what that looks like. The frames come from Unique in the Creek. This one is the Unique in the Creek flower board. So if I turn it over, you'll see all the holes where you can use, you don't have to use zip ties, you can use pipe cleaners. But for flowers like this, I'll normally use the zip ties. It's just easier. Thank you so much. Yes, I do use my impulse sealer outside. Those fumes are toxic, and I do have a mask. So if that wind is kicking up, I put the mask on. If you have one roll of red, white, and blue, you can make 2 of these wreaths. If you're using poly burlap, let me clarify that. If you're using regular decomesh, depending on how thin your mesh is, you may have to double up on your petals. So in that case, you'll only get 1. But if you have the red, white, and blue poly burlap, then you can get 2 flowers out of 1 roll. Okay, we're gonna do a red. If the mesh is 10 inches, you can't cut it with 8-inch one. Oh, you're right, Linda. I'm not thinking. Yeah, you have to get the 12-inch. You're right. Absolutely. You just cut it. You just cut your phrase. I mean, I just recently started using the impulse sealer, a couple months ago. So all my other sunflowers, which are just as pretty, were just cut with a rotary tool, a rotary cutter. So yeah, you don't have to have an impulse sealer. You're just gonna have to cut your phrase, that's all. That's all. I'll slow down. I'll slow down and on the next fold and I'll show you. I'm gonna plug in my glue gun here so that I make sure it's hot, or turn it on. All right, so we're down to the center. So This is the way it's gonna hang. So I'm gonna put a blue here, and then we're gonna alternate the other, okay? Am I going to attempt that Hawaiian flower? Y'all are killing me. How many of each color? I used 12 red, 13 white, and 11 blue. So if you want to do it a different pattern, then you'll have to figure that out. But with this pattern, that's what I used. What is cold called? Huh? Huh? All right, let's get this blue. So 10 by 10. And what I do to help with the curling is I cut this last night, and then I take it and lay it flat, and I put my fluff box on top of all of them. That way they're all nice and flat, and I don't have to worry about them curling up like that. So 10 by 10, curled side up, turn it into a diamond. I'm anal, I always have my cuts on the same side. Diamond, corner to corner, so that it looks just like that, okay? Then I take my left hand and I hold this tip just like that, so your long end is on your right side. And then I just scrunch. Usually 6 times, and you'll get something that looks like that. And that is your Dean Michael fold. And then just tuck these back just like that. Okay? That makes sense? $12 red, 13 white, 11 blue. No, all poly burlap's the same. Right hand. My right hand, dang it. Did y'all float my boat? Go float my boat. Anybody new on here? Anybody new on here that didn't float my boat yet? So go float my boat. That means you have to like and share. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Eileen, you've never seen me before. Well, awesome, welcome. I'm Michelle from Monkey's Creations. So when I say go float my boat, that means you have to like and share my page. All right, so we're gonna go white, red, white, because that's what I cut. Yeah, and I really hadn't planned on doing it live, but then I got an order for another one. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. You floated my boat? Awesome. Well, welcome. Oh, you're new top fan. Woohoo. All right, 2 more, y'all. 2 more. We can do it. You bought decomesh from Craft Outlet and it wasn't good? Uh-oh. No bueno. All right, we're gonna do red. Oh, thank you. think I've ever gotten bad mesh from Craft Outlet, but I mean, it can be done. You want to be top band too? I don't know. Facebook, I don't know how Facebook picks them, but Facebook is the one that picks them. I don't pick them all. All right, I would make all of y'all my top fans. Well, there's Amy from Amy Bella Creations. She's the one who's going to be doing some awesome signs for us using vinyl. Oh, you just have to keep playing. Keep playing and keep practicing. You'll get there, I promise. He was always floating my boat. Yeah, Dollar Tree mesh is horrible. You get what you pay for, y'all. You get what you pay for. All right, last one, last one, last one. Woohoo! Can I show the spinner wreath? Yeah, I kind of just put it to the back because I had so much going on that I see it every now and then, but I honestly did forget about it. But yeah, I can post it. I still have to get my new Sennas on there. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Amy. This mesh all came from Craft Outlet, but I'm hearing since I started this live that they are out of it. So I'm not sure where you can find it. At Olifun, great alternative. Yep, you can get Olifun anywhere. All right, so there's where we're at, y'all. So here's the top. So it's gonna be hanging this way. Okay, so now I'm just going to make sure at least all my middle petals are where I want them, because the senna gets glued right down on top, okay? Do I make my own templates? Templates for what? When I do these, no, I just wing it, y'all. I don't make a template. I just wing it, and whatever it comes out is what it is. Thanks, Mama. Mama, my new phrase is go float my boat. So if I say go float my boat, then you like and share my page. Yes, yes, I will post the video once the live is done. Okay, so let's finish this senna. So this is a 5x7 inch styrofoam circle that I cut in half. Okay, so I'm going to just finish up, and I'm just gonna glue this little piece, and then I'm gonna just take it to the bottom. Oh, where's my pans? Where's my pans? Okay, here they are. And I'll just use floral pins to attach it to the bottom. So I'm just gonna run just a little bit of glue right there, and just a little here, and I'm running out of glue. There we go. Where was I? All right, finish that off right there, and then I'm just gonna cut it. And then I'll just take the floral pens just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. A white star would be cool. I just found, that's gonna be my next project, I think. I'm not gonna tell y'all. I can't tell you. All right, that's it. Let me just put a little more glue right there. And it's not going anywhere, y'all. All right, let me I'm just gonna trim off. If you can see, there's just a little piece of white there, so I'm just gonna trim that off a little bit. I could get my styrofoam cutter, but this works just as good, just to make sure that it doesn't show through. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's right, Amy will be making stars. But this one's tiny. This one's only maybe 4" to go in the very center of something. Okay. All right, so there we are. And then this is gonna sit right down in there, okay? So I'm just gonna make sure we get plenty of glue. You're new here, well, welcome, Sandra. I'm Michelle from Monkey's Creations. I'm sorry I had to leave. Where did you get the colored mesh? This poly burlap came from Craft Outlet. All right, so just gonna make sure I put plenty of glue down on the center. Make sure I put plenty. On the styrofoam as well. And then we're just gonna put it right down on there. Make sure it's where you want it. Now this is Gorilla Glue, so it's gonna take a little bit to set up. This is a 5.7" styrofoam ball. And I use Gorilla Glue. Oh, what brand is the glue gun? Let me see. Let me see. It's a cordless gun that sits kind of on a base, so it charges when it's sitting in the dock. It doesn't say. I got it from Hobby Lobby, but there's no branding. On the glue gun anywhere, y'all. But it's a cordless glue gun from Hobby Lobby. So I can't help you. Yeah, I love Gorilla Glue, but it does take a little bit longer to set up. Gorilla Glue holds a lot better than just the regular glue. Awesome, thanks for watching. Yeah, use your, I think it's, I want to say it's $19.99 or something. So use your 40% off coupon. Yeah, I always use Gorilla Glue, especially here in the South. I'm in Texas. I've never had a problem. This is not fabric mesh. This is poly burlap. It's still not quite set up. So you can also take your floral pens and stick them in the back to just ensure that it's not going anywhere. Okay. I just kind of stick them in at a slant, at an angle. Just like that. Okay. So there we are, y'all. Bring y'all up. Oh, I gotta stretch. I gotta stretch. Okay. So there it is. You just kind of move your petals. Fix them. Make sure they're poofed out. So there you go. What y'all think? You like it? Thank you, thank you. Very easy. It's an easy fold. It's actually a really easy flower to make. Thanks, Gary. So get this out of the way. So let me run and I'll let y'all look at these. I'll go get the impulse sealer, the box, so y'all can see that before I forget. So here it is, and I know it's backwards. I don't know how to mirror it, but this is the impulse sealer that I got from Amazon. Like I said, you do not need, this is the 16-inch, but you do not need the 16-inch. You can just get the 12-inch will be perfect. Don't get the 8-inch, I misspoke earlier, because that's not gonna work. So this is it from Amazon. These petals are cut, hello, hello, Vi, how are you? The petals are cut 10 by 10, so it's 10-inch poly burlap cut at 10 inches. Thanks. I like those centers. I mean, I definitely get burns from doing them, but I like them just because they're kind of different and I just like them. What is it for? What's what for? The impulse sealer? The impulse sealer will seal and cut your mesh so that it doesn't fray as much. Where is my Dixie? They're over there laying on the couch, looking at me. Looking at me. Is your base, oh no, the base is not cardboard. It is 100% recycled plastic. So this is the base. Never say recycled plastic can be out in the weather. It's not going to hurt it. It's Unique in the Creek. So if you want to try them out, you can go to Unique in the Creek on Facebook. Go to the Shop Now button. It will take you directly to their shop. When you check out, in the discount code, put monkeys, all capital, MONKEYS, and you'll get 10% off. I do not cover the backs of my board because there's nothing to worry about. It's all flat, so nothing's gonna scratch the door. So no, I do not cover my backs. How much is the impulse sealer? I wanted the 16-inch, I want to say was like $48, $49. I don't recall right offhand. The spinner wreath, once I put the center on, I'll post it. I don't want to post it because I took the centers off, so I need to replace the inside mesh where I took it off. The poly burlap came from Craft Outlet, but I hear from other people that are watching that it is gone. So I haven't done any research to find out where you could get it because I didn't know they were out of it. You know, you don't need the 16-inch. You can get the 12-inch. But I did do a video. I did a live on the impulse sealer with the different types of mesh, so you can go through my videos and find it. Yeah, just get the 12-inch. It's going to be a little bit cheaper, and you really don't need the 16-inch. No, I did not see. I sealed this poly burlap last night. I did not do this one live, but I did a previous live doing different types of mesh. You're welcome. I mean, if you want to cover them. There's really no need. I mean, the backs are totally flat. The zip ties are clear. I mean, if you don't want to see the board, cover it. I'm not gonna. I mean, if there was something that was gonna scratch the door on the back of that, then I would definitely cover it, but nothing's gonna scratch the door. Yeah, it seals decomesh. It seals any kind of plastic mesh. The only thing, the jute and the fabric is going to be hard. It will seal, like this is fabric mesh. So it will seal the plastic in there, but it's not going to cut the fabric. So you're still going to have to go through with scissors and cut that. But it will seal the plastic, anything plastic it will seal and cut. You're welcome. Any other questions? All the petals, 10 by 10. Center is 5.7, covered in jute. If you get one roll of each and you're using the poly burlap, you can get 2 wreaths out of one color of each. Thank you so much. Thanks, Gary. Y'all are awesome. All right. 1 roll of each will get you 2 wreaths. What's next? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing in an hour. I know I need to go eat. I need to go eat a salad. You use the placemats on the yeah. I don't even cover my backs on my work frames because all you see is the mesh on my back. So the trucks are coming. The blue patriotic trucks are coming. That's going to be our next kit. I will only have 20 of them available. So I should get those in a couple days. So that will probably actually be my next live, is our next kit. So I'm going to go eat a salad. Well, thank you so much. So if y'all have any questions, message me. And I'll get back to y'all, okay? Have a great day. Thank you so much. All right, we'll see y'all sometime this week, and we'll do that kit, okay? Have a great day, y'all. Bye.